Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we take the Montreal big wheels and put them to the test. These wheels convert your ordinary stationary combo stands and give them the ability to be wheeled and pushed around smooth terrain and uneven terrain with ease. Let's get into it. Quick disclaimer, I purchased all these wheels with my own money and I am not being paid to make this video. Let's put these wheels to the test. You may hear some jangling in the background. That's actually this Matthews double riser stand. It is the Rocky Mountain leg that's making the noise. But these are the Shape Montreal big wheels, and they are pretty nice. I have a 1200D on this stand, so just kind of cruising around. And let's go ahead and hit some rough terrain and go up into some grass. See how this performs on some moderately rough terrain. Now, normally you'd have help from someone moving stuff around. You want to be extra safe. But I just want to put these guys to the test. See how they perform in various conditions. On roadways, on sidewalks, bumps, uneven surfaces. I kind of want to give them a hard time. So pop some of the wheels on the dirt and some on the grass. Put that over here as well. Or some on the sidewalk and some on the grass. Now this set retails for $219. So you get 3 wheels with 1-inch openings for stands. So they'll work with most standard size combos. Well, first off, right away, what drew me into them is the price point. That is what caught my attention. Right off the bat, they are almost a fourth of the price of the competition, a fourth of the price. So you could get practically 4 sets for the price of one of the competing brands. So immediately, what do you think? Oh my gosh, they're going to be cheap. And when I checked these out online, I was concerned because the red part that you see here makes you immediately think, oh, it's plastic. Well, it's not. It's metal. All the components are metal. The only things that I see that are plastic is right here is this orange kind of like dust protector. Everything else is metal. Even the actual knob, which looks plastic, it's not. It's also metal. So the build quality of this is really great. You have all metal design all around, the braking mechanism, everything. We'll go into those details, but that drew me in, the price point. And then I saw a few of my industry friends that have grip vans were already using these. So that kind of gave me some confidence. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give them a try. And when I got them, man, they're amazing. What do I like to use them for? So I'm going to use them for lights when I have a combo on a light or a light on a combo. So like here you have the Aperture 1200D. It has to go on a combo stand, and to put wheels on it, it's easy to maneuver. And a lot of times these Aperture lights are outside where you have to, move them over, let's say concrete, then you go into the grass and you go here. That really helps a lot with moving these guys around. It makes it so easy where you don't have to lift it up and move it over. And sometimes it's a matter of lifting and moving it a couple inches. Well, now I could move this in and out of the way as needed without issue. So that's what's really nice about having wheels. Now, also the braking system is really great on these. Some of the other brands will do like a pressure brake where it just has something that presses down flat on it. Well, that ends up sliding over time and it just slips. So here's the braking mechanism. So the red portion is what you press down on to engage it, and the black portion here is what you use to disengage. And down below, you can see this actually bites down into the tire. So let's get it to work. I'm going to try to do this here, and it clicks in and then it bites down, and you can see that it's bitten down into the actual tire here and here, and it has a nice strong connection. What it also does is it prevents the wheel from turning. It no longer spins. So when it bites down and you're locked in, you're not going to spin around. So that's really good. Some of the other ones on the market, they continuously spin, so you'll still get movement out of them. This bites down and it locks in, and to knock it loose, all you have to do is hit this black portion here. So I'm going to hold down here just so I don't drop this, but you just click that portion and it gets knocked loose. So it's real easy. So I'm going to go ahead and cut away to me doing it with my foot outside. So now we're going to test the brakes. So you step on the red part here and you release with the black part. So it works pretty well. So we'll lock everything in all the way around, and then we'll see what kind of movement we get as a result. Everything's locked in. That's pretty good. And again, disengage, engage, disengage, engage. And you'll see how that works. But it's really easy. I mean, I'm pulling up, but if I just pressed, it clicks out. And then that has flexibility, and it spins around freely to move around. And then as soon as you lock it in, it bites down. Let's move on to where your stand goes into it. So you have a knob here, and then you have a slot. You put your stand through here, and then you tighten it up, and it actually does have a little flat portion there that goes up against your stand. It doesn't dig in. That's just a screw. So they thought that through. And when you pull back, that portion there actually recesses pretty well. And then they also have a hole from this side so you could service this and actually remove that little flat part. So really nice. Again, metal design here, metal design here. This plate in itself is a great value of the stands because it would cost you likely more just to make the plate. So if you don't even like the caster itself, you could order these just for the plate and they would have value. But yeah, overall, these are amazing. These have really decent sized wheels on them, so they go over rough terrain pretty well. One thing I noticed was there was not a lot of information about these wheels online and not many videos at all. So I wanted to do this breakdown to kind of give you an understanding of these wheels. So let's go into some measurements. So right off the bat, from bottom of the wheel to top of the connector there, right here, I'm getting 13.5 inches. And then if we measure the top plate itself, which would be from here to here, we're at 5.75 of an inch. And then the width of it, the skinny side, is 4.5 inches. The screw bolt points center to center land at like 3.25 on the short end, and then 4.25, or just shy of 4.25 on the long end. So, and then in here, the interior diameter of the square portion here is just over an inch, so like 1.125 inches, giving us the ability to put 1-inch stands inside of it. The overall width, I think once you have this bolted down, this sticks out slightly here, the handle. So we're looking at probably, I would say safely 5 inches if you're looking at width here. As the name implies, these are big wheels. This is the box they came in. This was directly from B&H, and the box itself says 38 pounds. On the website, these say that they are 11.2 pounds a piece and that they're rated at 250 pounds a piece. So they can handle quite a bit of weight. I don't think you'll ever put that much weight on it on a combo stand. You shouldn't, because combo stands aren't rated for that. But it just shows how rugged and overpowered they are for what you can use them for. So I bought 4 sets of these. Why did I buy 4 sets? Well, when I do an outdoor shoot, a lot of times we're doing an overhead frame and maybe a bounce or a negative. Each frame setup will take up 2 stands, so they each have a set of wheels. So that's 4 sets of wheels. Sometimes we have to move across a sidewalk, a residential street, or a driveway, and then go into the grass, and it's a little rough terrain. So instead of breaking everything down and moving it, I'm able to just table the frame and move these easily. Or if we just need to cheat them a little bit, sometimes when you're doing interviews outside, the sun changes, the light changes, we were a little delayed on setup, or camera was a little delayed, we can always just inch it over, and that can be done very easily and quickly without a lot of hassle. So these save time, they save money, and they'll save your back and make things so much more convenient, because you're not having to pick everything up and move it, pick stuff up and move it, remove all the sandbags and move it. These are rated to handle a lot of weight, so you could leave those sandbags on and just shift it over and go over rough terrain, off-road, on-road. It doesn't matter. It makes it simple. Now, if you want to get these for yourself, right now retail is $219 for these plus some change. The competition, I'm not going to name names, but there's similar competitors, and they cost $807 for a set. So you do the math on that. Is it worth getting these over the competition? Now, what do I not like about them? They are a little heavy, and they are a little clunky. They're a little bigger than the competition. The competition is a little more shrink down. And where it really comes into play is if you get a crate, you could fit 2 sets of the competition in one crate, and you could barely fit one of these in a crate, and it may be sticking up a little bit. So that's something to factor in. If you're really limited on space and you have a little extra money, you could go, with the competitor, and it may work out better for you. If you want to support the channel, I have affiliate links for these exact wheels down below in the description. Thank you everyone that watches the channel and supports the channel. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think about these wheels down in the comments below. And as always, YouTube recommends you watch this video. I recommend you watch this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.